That's me now leaving Maol Buidhe lock. Sorry, Buidhe. Again, great company, and it was the people who I actually camped with on the river at Kinlochewe. We all kind of joined up here again, so it was nice to see everyone. They're a lot quicker than me, so I'm just setting off on a plod. We've got a wonderful morning though, and bar some squally bits of rain, I know I've been blessed with the weather, so long may it continue in my eyes. Anyway, got to get up there, hit a 4x4 by another lock, follow that on for a bit. Okay then. Ooh, just nearly fell over. It was a bit of a slog getting out of Maol Buidhe, just marsh. Went up to past my knees this time, so I've broke the back of that. Anyway, let's keep going. Lochan now. And we're going to go along that side of it. And if you've got the energy to push on 2 miles past Maol Buidhe, what a wonderful wild camping spot there. Absolutely stunning. Beautiful stretch along this loch still. That's the wild camping spot I pointed out. Just caught up with the Kinlochewe crew again, who are slightly quicker than me. I'm just a plodder. And they've kindly took the charity and walker for, which is Ames. So that's cool, and said they'll donate, which is really kind of them. Really lovely people. Just enjoying this now. I don't want to stretch to end because it's easy going, but we're heading that way. So we've got to keep going. I forgot to mention yesterday, when you come off the falls of Glomach, or Glomach, whatever they're called, you come to a signpost, and that's really where you can do an alternative route west towards Killing. Pretty flatter route, I suppose, and there's wild camping spots down there, or you've got to do the push to Maol Buidhe, that Buidhe. And I'm not going to lie to you, it was a lick getting up there. 2 big climbs, and it seemed to go on forever. I'm also last night started, oh, what do I do? Because Strathclyde started winking at me in the corner of the map, because I know at Craig there's not many camping sites, and I thought if I push to Strathclyde then push back towards Craig, I might be able to pick up somewhere. I've got to make that decision in the next few kilometres, but we'll see. What my building is, I do believe, Ben Dronraig Buidhe, and that's an estate managed Buidhe. Again, like most Buidhes, in a wonderful location. This is Lochan. Beautiful weather. Right, we'll come off this track soon and we'll start heading and making our way through there towards Craig. Beautiful, isn't it? Let's get up this hill though. I said we were going up that one, we're not. We're going up this one, and I think we hug the side of the Beelach and go round that way. Either way, they go in the same direction. Let's get up there. Just taking 5, getting some water. Still got to push all the way up there yet. Every now and again you get a lovely breeze. So it's water time. 5 minutes. I'm like the tortoise and Sarah Duncan and Mike are like the hares. There they are. Just met them at this river. Or burn. They had a break here, I think I'm doing the same. Absolutely stunning though. Bit of a way to go for the day still. But look at that. Scorchio! Don't think I'll be using that wire bridge. Should be able to fall down here. Mostly fall in using that anyway. Super steep coming off, but we're down to the river now. Then we'll pick up a 4x4. Hopefully level out a bit, save on these knees. Overlooking Craig now. Shows tomorrow's big climb in the morning. Oh, not long to go for the day. Hiya, day 7 of the Cape Wrath. Now at Craig where I intended to be, and as I was looking for a wild camping spot because it's tricky around here, I seen a hostel and a guy in the garden, so I said, "Oh, you got a bed?" And he has, so I've proffed. Moment. Every day's a tough day on the Cape Wrath, really is. Feet are in absolute rag, my knees. I need a new pair after this, but we go again tomorrow. I'll be in Ullapool in 2 days time when I've got my hour and a half for 36 hours. We are £6 short of 1,000. Let's see if we can bring it over that. I'll keep walking. Alright guys, take care. Thank you. Good morning. Apologies you didn't see much of me last night, because when I was coming off the hills it was a super long drop into Craig, and it really, when my right knee's not great, it hasn't been great for a long time, and it was playing. Then I've seen it on the map, but come across this. Now I've heard bad reviews by this via various Facebook groups, but I was just walking past, and by the motorhome there was a bloke by the grass, so I just gave him a shout and said, "Any chance?" He hummed and hawed a bit, and then he went, "Yeah, do you mind, there's 4 people here, do you mind a top bunk?" I went, "No." And do you know what? The guy's called Simon. Once you speak to him, the friendliest guy and helpful guy you'll ever meet. Sorted me out. I got showered, didn't wash anything. Showered, sorted out, something decent to eat using a kettle. I was in bed by 9 o'clock. And today, so really I would pre-book this place because it does get busy. On the map, the camping site's about 1.5 K, 2 Ks down there, and I was thinking of camping down there, but there's nowhere to get in, and the water source, the river, is over that way. So it came a bit of a lick really. So this was a godsend. Anyway, we're pushing on to Kinlochewe today. And we've got to get up Coolan's Pass first, so I'm going to get going. Sorry, I do owe you map time. I owe you, after today, when we pitch up, I owe you 3 days worth. Okay, I haven't forgotten. We'll get going now. So there's the climb up from Craig. There's Mike again, who we've bumped into, and now we're in Coolan's Pass, so let's see what this track's like. But climb short and sharp, but I'm glad I did it this morning. I wouldn't have liked to have done it last night. Bit of a sweat on, but we are where we are. Let's get down Coolan's Pass. Me and Mike today, or the last couple of days, he's been with the other guys we met at Kinlochewe, Sarah and Duncan. I don't know where they camped last night. They might be. I know Duncan was talking about getting up towards a lock up here, so respect them if they've pushed up. Just enjoying this now. Hopefully get a few miles in on this track. Easy going. Okay then, see you in a bit. Overlooking Loch Coolan now. Still walking on this track. Then we're up there. Pretty mundane walking, but it's nice just to be able to not just relax and walk, let your mind kind of switch off, if you know what I mean. Anyway, let's keep going. Cheeky old climb that get once you pass Coolan Loch. The Garmin calorie thing yesterday, or fitness, said I lost 7,500 millilitres in sweat. I reckon I've done that already. It's a warm one. Now in Kinlochewe, so coffee shop, brew. Let's have a relax for an hour or so. Happy days. Right, that's me now leaving Kinlochewe. Cracking 2 hours, or not even, about an hour and a half at the coffee shop. Met up with Sarah and Duncan again, who had a grueler yesterday. They pushed up through Craig and up towards Loch Coolan's, which we saw before. So respect to them. I don't know how far I'm going to go today. I'm going to go as far as I can. I've got a lock in mind I want to get to, but we'll see how we go. But a good place to stop, Kinlochewe, and very welcoming, if not a bit pricey, in the old coffee shop. Alright then, let's crack on. Oh, sorry again about the coffee shop. They have Wi-Fi which you can jump on, which is cool, but they don't like you filling up water because they're on a business meter, but there is free water apparently down here near the public toilets. There's a water tap, so that's where I'm off to now. I think we're just past that white building down there. There's also another little shop here which I've seen now, so we've got this little shop here as well. So Kinlochewe's got a few places you can go and get a chill out. Kinlochewe public toilets, fresh tap here for water. Right, let's get going. When I planned this at home on my itinerary, I was planning to get to Lochan Fada today, and that would have been a 21-mile day. But the Cape Wrath, even though I've done 20 plus days on many other walks, it's just not achievable for me anyway, because sometimes the terrain is, as you know, there is no path, so it's pick your own route across pretty rough terrain. So what I decided to do, and well, why I want to do a 21-mile day, that would have made tomorrow to Inverell, I think it's called, a 10-mile, 11-mile day. I'm averaging about 14-15 miles a day. For a 52-year-old with a bad knee, I'm happy with that. So it was 10.1 miles to Kinlochewe, which we're just leaving now, it's just behind us. So if I do another 5 miles, it should bring me up to Lochan Fada, a massive lock. In that vicinity I might camp, because after that it becomes rough terrain again. And that means tomorrow I'll do another 15 mile day, but it's also on some decent, after a bit of a rough terrain, you should hit some decent foot tracks, he says, hopefully. That's the plan anyway. This is my holiday, it's meant to be fun. So it was a lovely little catch up with Sarah and Duncan there at the coffee shop, and I've just chilled out with them, letting the afternoon sun hopefully burn over and we can start to cool down a bit. Alright then, let's keep plodding on the Cape Wrath trail. While I'm just plodding along, I'll quickly talk about the navigation. Thus far it's been not too bad. Even the bits on the map, well, where there is no footpaths, it's quite, you know, you just use the ground to your best of your advantage and get where you need to be. I have the route on my phone, and I've been using that really as just a quick, that's been my go-to. You know exactly where you are, and I've got each leg downloaded, so I've always got a signal. I've obviously got the map, which is useful because it does show you 4x4 tracks like this. It'll show you little tracks, and it'll show you where there is no track and it's rough terrain. I'm carrying a GPS. That is a broken arrow. That means my phone's gone. It's got wet, it's got soaked, that's not working. So I've got a GPS in conjunction with a map. Obviously I've got a compass in here as well, and I'm carrying the Garmin Mini InReach 2. That is also, because I'm on my own, it's got the SOS on it, but it also mainly allows me to send text messages via the satellite. So even though I've got no signal, people still know where I am. I'm still okay. So that's why I'm carrying these Garmin items. But navigation thus far, it's not been too bad at all. Not as bad as I thought it would be anyway. Anyway, at the moment we're on a track to nowhere. Well, we're going somewhere. but it's been like this all day. But it's been good for the old feet and my knee not to do any scrambling. But I'm just trying to get through this afternoon sun. Anyway, let's keep plodding. Lovely little river down there though. I've also been really chuffed with this solar charger. Was it Big Blue? Yesterday in the sun it banged out a power bank from 20% to full, and the one that was dead last night, that's back on full. So that's worked quite well in the sun. And obviously I've got my clothesline there as well for my socks. Right, I'm just taking a little break now. Just under 3 miles out of Kinlochewe. Just going along the track. It's 4 o'clock, so I've got a bit of time. Get some water. Lochan Fada, I think. Absolutely stunning. Kinlochewe gang are back. Mike, Duncan and Sarah. Sun's just gone in behind that cloud, but it's absolutely stunning. So really is nice. There's Duncan waving there. There he is. So I think tomorrow we'll be going up that way, but I'm going to have a look at the guidebook later, and I owe you 3 map routes, which I'll do when dinner's cooking. Feet doused in towel, Garmin reach on, check-in time. Beautiful, beautiful location. Right, I do apologise. I'm going to do map time now, starting from way back, whatever day it was, but we were at Morvick. Okay, so let me flip the map over now. So we're at the campsite at Morvick. You come out, just follow the road. It's just a little road, and then you actually pick up signs for the Falls of Glomac. Sorry. Very easy. It's built obviously for people to go and visit from this side. And then when you get to the wood, you have a nice 4x4 track. Follow it all the way up, Then you come to a little bridge, and then you start following the Beelac along. Bit windy and a bit steep, but it's not too bad. Now let me get to the other page. Excuse me. And you break out the wood. So yeah, and then you follow this Beelac, like I said, along. It's quite you know, steep in places, but it's not too bad. You get to the top, there's a load of cairns along here, and then there's a steep drop down to the Falls of Glomac. Everyone gets, people get stressed by it. You'll come to a boulder, like the guidebook says, and you can go down to the viewpoint, or if you just push 20 metres, you'll see a prominent track that takes you round, and it's a bit scrambly coming down. You end up then coming to a bridge, cross over the bridge, and it brings you onto this 4x4 track, and that's where you've got a decision point where you can go west to Killen, or you or you push up 3 miles exactly to the Iron Lodge, and it's steady going along there all the way. And the guidebook then says it's 5k's to Maol Buidhe, Boffey, and there's a prominent marshy track. There is a track of some sort, but it disappears. But you just follow basically going north all the way. Let me flip over. And again, you just follow it along all the way along. As I said, marshy, you know, disappears, but you will end up coming to the bothy next to Loch Cruchy, and it's a stunning location, really is. Right then, from there, the next day, to get to that 4x4 track, obviously there isn't a prominent path as these little dots represent, so make the best way you can across. Very marshy, very boggy, but then you end up picking up this 4x4 next to Loch Calivy, and that is a lovely walk across. Really was stunning. And just there, even though I couldn't see a wire bridge, is a beautiful place to wild camp. And then you drop downhill, and then you come to another little footbridge here, and you can actually see the Bend on Ray Lodge, which is an estate owned lodge. And then you just follow the 4x4 track again past Lochan, and then it starts disappearing, the track just starts disappearing, but it's still quite prominent to this point. And then I'm going to flip onto the north map. 2 seconds. So again, Lochan, and then when you get to this point here, there is a prominent track. You just follow that all the way along, and when you get to this water feature here, which is a prominent water feature and there's a good resting spot, the track does disappear then, cross lots of rubble through the Beelach, quite hard going along there. But at the top you'll see a massive rock, and I didn't video it. Just head for that, and you'll pick up another track. And this is very windy, very scrabbly, very rocky, coming all the way down to the wire bridge, which I didn't need to use. I forded it, and then this 4x4 track takes you all the way into Craig, but it broke me. It was very steep, and it seemed to go on forever. And then I was struggling to find somewhere to wild camp, even though you've got this place here. I actually went to the youth hostel and asked if they could have a bed, and they said yeah, and they let me in. And today's been a steady day because it's been on 4x4s. Once you do the initial climb through the wood, bit of a sharp climb up to the top of Coolin Pass, this is steady 4x4 all the way down, past Loch Coolin, and then you've got a bit of a climb. Don't think these are wooded areas, they're all chopped down, and you just continue going all the way north. Very easy going, all the way. Two seconds. Yeah, easy going. I didn't bother with this path here. I continued down to the road. I got myself confused, sorry. So it's very easy going the 4x4. I then dropped onto this little road here and walked down to Kinlochewe and had a good little chill out there. Then leaving Kinlochewe, again, pick up another 4x4. Easy going. When you get round here, you'll see a few holiday lodges. Bit of a climb all the way up. The track disappears into like a normal footpath here. All the way up. Again, a bit windy. Gradually going up all the way until you get to here. And that's where I am now. So apologies for that being a bit long-winded. I got myself muddled where I was myself. But that was the route so far. Early morning on day 9. Lochan Fada looking splendid. Little tricky section coming up because we've got to get up there, so let's start picking our way up there, heading towards Lochan Nid or Id, not too sure. Bit of a climb getting out of Lochan Fada, but look where I am. Just look around me. I know I've been super blessed with the weather, everyone, so far, and I also bring that into the navigation side I was talking about yesterday as well. A lot easier when you can see that. Anyway, let's keep going. Overlooking Lochan Id now, and I think we pick up a footpath that follows down that side. So from Lochan Fada there is no footpath. However, as you get to the top, the guidebook says there's a deer stalker path. I couldn't see it, but then I picked up a decent path which must be at halfway down, which brought me all the way to here. And you might be in the middle of nowhere. There's a bloke there having a wander, and there's a guy halfway up there. Anyway, it's 4.7 miles to here from my campsite. I've got about another 11 to go yet, so let's get a wiggle on. Just down there, literally just down there, Maol Buidhe. I'm not going that way. I'm ducking at this track up here. I will rejoin the route at the top somewhere. Maol Buidhe just in the distance there now. Push through Dundonald, there's nothing there but a car park. There's a lovely stream, then you got another climb, you come to this waterfall, then it's the final push into Inverell Lodge, another couple of mile. God knows how many times I finish this, filled this water bottle up, but I'm just smashing 2 of these now. Take 5. Aye, what should have been a chilling out day has become a pretty low day. When I got to Ullapool last night, my right knee just exploded. I swelled up. It's massive. It's not caused me pain, but it's restricted my movement massively. I don't know what's caused it. I think downhills has just took its toll. And my ego wants to push on, but this trail, I don't think you can take risks like that, and I don't want to be that bloke. I have to send an SOS via the mini reach to Maol Rescue because my ego got the better of me, and I pushed on with my body saying, "You need to take a break, mate." So I will have to come back, and it's already planned, so I will be coming back to finish off the Cape Wrap Trail. So I do apologise, everybody. Mike, Duncan and Sarah, if you do watch this, I hope you enjoyed the rest of your trail. You got to the lighthouse. It was a pleasure meeting you. It was a pleasure bumping into you and walking with you sometimes. Alright then, but that's the end of my Cape Wrap Trail, stage 1, let's call it. Alright then, cheers.